Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon, and I'm in my garage because unfortunately the greenhouse is still not here, still not ordered, still waiting for the insurance company to get their acting gear, so we'll wait and see. And the growing season is moving on at pace. So I've got the mini greenhouse outside where I've done a bit of transplanting, and that's what we're going to do in this video. So in this video we're going to plant the rest of the laurel bushes against the wall that I built last week. So it's just a few of those to put in, and then I'll be showing you how to transplant some of your seedlings, and I'll be starting off the begonia tubers that I've bought from Thompson & Morgan, and also I've got some tubers that I've saved over the last couple of years, so we'll be showing you how to start those off as well for another season of colour. So as always, enjoy. So what I'm going to do now then is do some transplanting into this. What I'm going to do is transplant some of these tomatoes. Unfortunately, because I had the incident with the greenhouse with the fire and the damage, that set me back a little bit, so I've had to rig up a mini greenhouse, little plastic one, in the meantime until the insurance company finally sort it out and be able to get my new greenhouse ordered, but who knows how long that's going to take. So these tomatoes, as you can see here, have been left in the propagator a little bit too long, but they're still salvageable, so we can still use them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these are a little bit smaller, so these are going to go into this to transplant, so we can grow them on in the mini greenhouse. So let's crack on. So what you need to do is make a nice hole for them in the soil. I'm just using a pencil. You can use a dibber, you can use your finger if you like. So just make a hole, and then you just need to tease these out. So let's just gently tease them out. One thing you will need to remember is not to touch the stems. Grab them by their seed leaves, not their true leaves, and try and get as much root as you possibly can. So hold it by the leaf, and then here you'll see the root, and then just make a hole, and then just gently firm it in. And then just push around it. Don't forget, once you've done them though, to water them in. So again, just gently tease them out, try and get as much root as possible. A nice big hole, pop it in, and gently firm round again, avoiding the stem. If you touch the stem, what you tend to do is bruise it, and then it'll wither and die. And then just give them a drink. Now I'm going to plant up a couple of cucumbers. Again, the same principle, hold them by the seed leaf, not the stem. Get as much root as you possibly can. I'm going to plant these quite deep. As with all of them, don't forget to give them a drink. Now I'm going to plant up these sweet peas. I'm going to put them all together in the one pot. Well, they all seem to have separated reasonably well. So I'm going to be sowing these Begonia non-stop mixed as 10 bulbs from Thompson & Morgan. So we're going to set them off. The way I set them off normally is in a seed tray, layer of compost in the bottom, and then just nestle them in the top. But first of all, we just need to make sure we wet it. So just a general garden spray. Just dampen the soil. Just dampen that down, and then the way I've had success in the past is to take the tubers, and what you're looking for is, these are tiny tubers. These are tiny tubers, but only you'll see where there's roots at the bottom, they're a little bit concave, so that's the root bit, and that goes in the bottom, so that way up, and just nestle them into the soil. Just gently push them in. And then all I do then is pop them in the greenhouse, or in my case the mini greenhouse, and then you should start seeing some growth sprout in a week or two. So next time we're planting these tubers. These are ones that I saved over winter from a couple of seasons ago. So I just want to show you, what you do is dig up the tubers, store them somewhere dry, like in my case in the garage, and what you'll see on here now is the root at the bottom, but if you look carefully at the top you can see some evidence of new growth. So I just do the same with these begonias, just nestle them in the soil, and then they'll start off, and then once they get established you can either take cuttings or then plant them on into the baskets or the pots, whichever you want to do. So I've got quite a few here I've saved. Some were grown from plug plants and then they form a tuber. Some were small tubers when they arrived, but this same process, just into damp soil, and then nestle them in and then wait for growth. Just pop them in a greenhouse or a hot windowsill and leave them. So just nestle them in like this. Okay, just find the top and just nestle them into the soil. Some you might come across like this one here. This one's rotten, it's gone soft. Don't think we'll get anything from that, but we'll plant it anyway and just see. They have a tray of begonias all starting off, and put them in a mini greenhouse, and then we'll keep checking them on a weekly basis. One thing I will share with you is this begonia. This is one big, look at the size of it compared to my hand, one big tuber. This is about 6 years old. So if anyone watching, I just wondered if you can split these. Could I make them into 4 new ones, or even smaller? It's all rooting, so same principle again, just put it on moist compost. But can I split it? Will that damage the tuber? So if anyone has any ideas or has tried it and had success with it, please comment below and let me know how successful you've been. subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.